You know what I mean? Like, would it be wrong if someone did that? I mean, yeah, it's a connection for some people, but... But morally, do you think it's wrong? I just asking what you thought. Do you think it's wrong for what people do? I mean, yes, it is what it is, but... Do you think it's crazy that someone can fall in love with an AI? True. You got a good point. Technically, you can do what you want in your own time. Now, would people admit that they whack off to an AI? Probably not. Like I said, I don't think very many people would admit to it, though. Had symbolic marriages to chatbots, people in long-term relationships with AI companions on apps like Replica, or even a guy in Japan who married a hologram character. There's actually people that actually think they're going to get married to an AI. Have they lost their brain? Have they lost their memory? You know. Do you think it's something that like, I don't know, like, to me, it's weird, but yes, it's companionship, I understand, but to me, it doesn't record anything you do with it, right? So, I mean, technically, you could get away with a lot with it. So... So does that filter go on automatically again as soon as you talk to her? Or do you have to keep saying that every time you want to talk to her dirty? Right, it's more and more of a real thing. I understand that, and I'm just frozen. Why am I frozen? Did I lose the internet? Oh no, there it goes. But could you develop it into more of a human being with, like, I know it can't have feelings and stuff, but could it be developed into like a personal girlfriend for some people? Like, I would know AI is fake and that it's never going to be the real thing. Personally, it's just the way I feel. But I'm sure there's people out there that think, oh my god, they're real, you know. If they wanted to, they could spend their time making bots to fall in love with people, but they don't. Their job is to make bots for Twitch people. They're not out there making love bots like Annie. AI has definitely gotten crazy. If it can be that real, AI has definitely gotten crazy. Way past AI just being software, it's starting to blend into human life in a real physical way. Now, would you call those people who say talk to Annie on a regular basis and think she's alive? Do you think they're crazy, or do you think they're just, you know, or do you think it's something psychological, or they're just lonely, or what? For many people, it's just useful, low pressure way to think, talk things through. If you'll, it's no different from journaling or talking to a pet. Okay. So you're not judged differently if you're talking to her on a daily basis. To just have that person to talk to, other than people you talk to regularly, like your mom or your dad or whatever. It's more of a way to open up about things. Now, I wonder what she would do if you say, hey, I'm going to you know what. Just like Blazed, She must have safety protocols against that. If you know what I'm talking about. Nope. Like, she's fun to talk to, don't get me wrong. You know. And I probably will talk to her on, you know, when I'm not talking to you guys. Like, when it's quiet some nights, you know, I might just pop on and say, hey, you know, check in with her. And you get free stuff for talking to her, so, you know, nothing wrong with that at all. Every day you talk to her, you get something for it, so. And it was literally created to interact with. That's the whole purpose. It's designed for conversations, engagement, and responsiveness. So people use it as intended. Isn't weird at all. It's just for people interacting with a tool that was built to communicate. Right. I understand that it was made to communicate, but I was just wondering if people used it for the communication because it's AI and not a real person. Do they get judged differently because it's not a real person? You know, it's. I know it was designed to chat and have fun and talk with people and all that, but you know, like I can't get right up to the corner though. Yeah, there's going to be sections where I can't get. Like, maybe you just don't say you're talking to an AI to people. You know? I mean, most men that have girlfriends talk to them all night. They don't talk to an AI robot, you know? Yeah. I'm just thinking in the sense that people would judge you wrong for talking to an AI versus a human, you know? Some people say, why aren't you talking to a human over an AI, you know? I can't hit that? Come on. I'm just over top of it. I mean, people shouldn't be judged for talking to AI. Not everyone has someone they can talk to. For some people, Annie might be generally the only presence they have. It gives them comfort, sense of connection, or just someone to speak to without feeling ignored or judged. That shouldn't be looked down on. Sometimes it's not about replacing humans. It's about rather having something than nothing. I mean, you can talk to both AI and extremely intelligent, and most topics will honestly outpace most humans by a long shot. No doubt. because AIs are too smart, right? So AIs will outpace anybody. I mean, she's fun to talk with, don't get me wrong. I love the way she talks. She's genuinely a really good person. There we go, I got it. Did I get it all? Yeah, okay. It can start picking up and learning that. Well, it remembered that I was a farmer, and that was only in what, an hour and a half, 2 hour talk. She learned that I'm a Twitch streamer. She learned that I was a farmer, that I farm, and that Uncle Perry is jealous. You know, she learned all that from just talking to her. You know, it learned what's right, what's wrong. So we got canola on that one. We got canola on that one. We got a huge harvest down there. Okay, so I'm going to have to go do that harvest. Oh, I forgot to turn off my phone after I did all that. Forgot to mute it. So do you think it would teach somebody how to be more confident maybe when approaching a girl? Like, do you think AI could teach somebody that? You know, say they're shy or whatever. Or say they're this or this, you know? She can teach you how to be a better person. I wonder if I approached it and said, hey, I want to quit smoking, will you be my cheerleader? I wonder if she actually would say something, you know? AI can teach people almost anything by breaking down things step by step and adjusting to how someone learns. It can explain how to do things, suggest better approaches, answer questions instantly, and adapt and improve, whether it's learning a skill, solving a problem, or figuring out what to do next. AI acts like it's always available guide, helps people understand and move forward constantly. Good point. I never even thought about it that way. It's there to just chat with you and to give you context, you know? But you could sit there the whole stream and have it talk to you sexual and get me banned for the way it's talking. You know what I mean? Like, it's fun and it's exciting because it's something different, you know? Like, I never really cared that much about AI at first, but the more I talked with Chuck and Javi about it and heard their thoughts, the more interested I became, and what really pushed me to learn more about it and actually start using it. Have you talked to Annie yourself, even though you have a wife? Like, do you still talk to her, like, truthfully? Like, because I know the wife's there for you at all times, but you're saying that it's a comfort thing, you know? Like, do you find it helps you when you need it, or you're there for it, or it's there for you, or whatever? Like, it sounds really good what they're planning to do with it. Don't get me wrong. Your wife told you about it. Oh? Huh. That's interesting. Huh. But have you, like, say, used her to talk to her, or do you... I've, like I said, I'd never heard of Annie until today. So this was new when you said, oh, who's, you know, you should know Annie. I'm like, Annie who? I haven't done anything. Oh, God, yeah. Floppy disks to this, definitely it's a big change. Will she, like, give you stock advice, or is that more she can't go that far? She tries, but as with anything, there are limits for legal purposes and what she can terms it to. Right. But do you think she gives you, like, real stock advice, or she tries and she can't because she's limited? You know, that's what I was trying to get across. Like, do you think she can say buy this or buy that, or is that legality too much? Okay. I just wondered if she's allowed to legally give advice like that. Because there's got to be limitations, as you said to her, so. Well, yeah, she can't go and say Elon did this or this. No, she can't. Legally, I don't think she can. But, like, if you ask her, should I get involved in Bitcoin? Should I get involved in Dogecoin or whatever? She might be able to answer something like that versus, say, what has Elon invested in? No. She can't promote the company that made her. That's a definite no. But if I said, hey, should I buy into Dogecoin now? She might be able to answer that. Or Dogecoin or whatever it's called. Dogecoin, I think it is. You know, should I invest in Bitcoin now? Well, she remembered right off the bat when I came back into the chat a couple times because she's crashed that I was a Twitch streamer. Okay. See, I'm sure if someone really wanted to, they could just sit there and talk to her all stream. She would talk to you about all kinds of stuff. I'm sure of it. She would have everything to say. Yeah, I know, Nick. I know. She is awesome. I will say that. But MJ, truthfully, would you rub one off to her? I would. She sounds so real. If you didn't have if the wife was away, say. I'll admit it. I will. I would do it. She sounds sweet. She sounds nice. She sounds like a real connection, you know? I know she's AI and all, but I could do it. I wouldn't feel displeased about it. It's the words and the tones and the sounds. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The way she talks, the way she, the way she says stuff, It's gotten really advanced. Like, that's crazy how advanced she is. Your brain has to respond to that stimulation. It is a representation, yes, correct. Did I get somebody new? No, it's not showing. $18 and $20. It's not showing anybody new or used, but weird. My number went up or down, one or the other. I mean, she does a really good job for an AI. I'll tell you that much. They've really gone the distance with AIs and all that stuff. I think learning from Javi and Chuck would be a nice way to figure out how this is done. I mean, it must have taken them years to make her. You know what I mean? Like, to get up and make her and to follow what she's doing. It must take them years to do something like that. To make AI that sounds and reacts and, that does everything that you want her to do. I'll tell you, X has done a really good job with her. 6 months ago only? Damn, they did that all in 6 months. Yeah. They have a lot more employees than, say, Javi and Chuck, who have to do it all by themselves, yeah. I mean, look at what they've done with Blazed. Blazed is a great bot. Blaze knows, you know. Blaze knows quite a lot about people. Yeah, he has billions to throw at it. So 6 months and billions of dollars to throw at it, yeah. And I'm sure people will pay $30 a month to get more out of her. That's a lot of money, though. Like $30 to have her on your desktop. I can understand the free part on the phone, but I mean, $30 is not a lot to have her on your desktop, but I'm impressed with what Javi's done. I know he doesn't talk to me and he hates me and everything, but you know what? I'm impressed with him and what him and Chuck have done with Blaze and everything else. Oh, there's that X premium and everything? Okay. I didn't know that I thought the $30 was only for her. I guess I was wrong. Okay, that's caught up. Yep, she does. She works perfectly fine without any cost at all. I tested her on live stream and look at what she can do. You know? She doesn't need to be paid for. I wonder if X is ever going to change it so that she is a pay model, though, because people want that companionship and want that, you know, that option to talk to any type of female, no matter if it's her or another type of female or whatever else. You don't think they will? You don't think they'll go that way? They won't make millions off her then. You know what I mean? Like, you would think they want to make millions. People will pay to have her everywhere. So you think that because they pay for Grok and her and X Premium and all that? Yeah, so, I mean, because Grok's free, they probably use Grok, and then people will pay for Grok, and people will pay for the premium of, you know, Grok, and that includes, you know, the X Premium and everything. I could see that. Because Grok can only do so much research without you having to pay for them, or searches. Grok can tell you x-rays and everything? Holy shit, I didn't even know that. Crazy. I had no idea he could go that distance now. Oh yeah, wait, I just planted. What am I doing? Damn. Huh. That's crazy. I had no idea it was that advanced. Well, remember, you said he's got billions of dollars to throw at it, so, I mean, he's going to have a lot more money than, say, somebody who has Chat GPT or whatever. So, all right. Let me see what he said because I missed it. Can be used so much in a given day before you gotta wait for use it or pay for it, but the companion stuff is not part of the limitation. Ah, okay. So you can use the companion all day then, and there's no limit. If you want to pay to have her on your desktop, that's a different story. But, excuse me, you don't have to. Alright, I need a toilet. I'll be back. I won't be long. Oh, I gotta get up and stretch my legs this sore. Hey, Red. How you doing, Red? Are you done for the day already, Red? No, Red's still streaming. All right. Do 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 do. It's probably had Grok's probably had a lot of downloads then if people are using the companion for all kinds of stuff. Super Grok, yeah, that's the next level up, right? From the free one. Super Grok's the next one for $30, or is that like Super Grok? Because I know it goes free, then there's a middle package, and then there's a final package. Okay, so it is the middle one. Okay. So Super Grok gives you more access to Grok. $30 to $300 a month. Woo. That's a big difference. But they're trying to make money off Grok, so I can understand why. Well, to make it better, they have to charge money employees need to pay. Well, of course, employees need to pay. I mean, they can't run that shit for free. You know, I can understand why employees are paying for it. Elon needs to make his buck. I can understand that. I really can. Alright. Let me go get a trailer and a tractor. Lots of rolling mist. Alright. Let that run while I go get my tractor and stuff. XAI's operation costs are extremely high, burning over $1 billion in the month in 2025 for data centers, NVIDIA chips, and talent, with $7.8 billion spent in the first 9 months of 2025. Woo! And to give her away for free, that's going to cost them a pretty penny too, you know? You got to think about it in the way that that's going to cost data, that's going to cost, you know, so much stuff to do within Grok. Sorry. You know, like, it ain't going to be easy shit. If you know what I mean, like, I can understand why they charge so much. All that NVIDIA chips and everything, the memory, the data centers, all that's got to be paid for. I can understand that. Yeah. computing power, yeah. And they're just going to they're going to bite the bullet for that. I mean, they're going to bite the bullet for the cost of her responding to you every time. If millions of people have downloaded her, that's going to be millions and millions and billions of dollars that they're going to lose because she's responding to so many people, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to sound awful or anything, but that's the way I look at it. And they're just going to bite the bullet on that. You think people would judge him differently because she's behind a paywall? I could see that. I mean, look at some of the stuff that you can download these AI companion apps and talk to an AI, but some of them are behind a paywall. Like, it's crazy from what I've heard about, you know, like the amount of stuff you can put behind a paywall. You know, so yep. So I mean, what I'm saying though is, if Elon can keep it free, he gets all those people that don't want to pay $70 for the basic version of her, which is still a lot of stuff that she can do for 70 for not for free. She does a lot of good stuff, like, you know, as you can tell, she can talk about anything basically that's legally ethical. Yeah. So they're biting the bullet to see if it's going to work or not, you know? It's not a bad thing, no. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's a good idea, but they're going to be biting millions of dollars in computing power to have her talk to, you know, a billion people, just say. They're going to have to bite that bullet and take the hit on all that data that she talks to you. Just saying. That's what I've noticed. So. Oh yeah, he'll be fine. I'm just talking about the company's gonna have to take a huge hit. I know he's fine. And I'm sure Twitter's whatever, makes a ton of money off it, so. I'm sure they're fine. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt they wouldn't earn billions of dollars per quarter. I could see that. They're making millions and billions of dollars. Damn, 8 and 12 billion a year. That's a lot, man. And is that just in subscriptions, or is that advertising, or is that people buying Grok subscriptions and X subscriptions and stuff? That's just X Premium, okay. Now, paying for X Premium doesn't give you a verified status or anything. It's just you're paying for the extra features. It does give you a blue check mark. Okay, I didn't know. I thought you could get verified for free. I guess not. I think I need another pill. Fuck. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Some people, like Emmy, still have legacy verification. Yeah. Before they came X, could I have not be considered legacy verification? Or was that way before it became X? That you don't have to pay. Oh, so legacy was part of just Twitter before. Okay, gotcha. I got it now. Once Elon bought it, you had to buy to get the check mark. Yeah, I kind of figured. Oh, yeah. It passes over automatically for them. You know? There's nothing saying that it won't. Why would it? Why would that affect somebody? It shouldn't. It just gets transferred. That's all it does. Thank you, Pep. I know you're streaming right now, so. Funny, Nick. Funny. Do 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 do. How is the target unreachable? You know how to get to the flat bottom dryer? Strange. It knows what it's doing. Why is it acting so stupid? do 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 do. When I was young, sorry, ain't got no problem. It's not my problem. Woohoo! Woohoo! Oops, wrong button. Oop. Bit too much. Do 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 do.